Hey guys, it's Inkeater. I'm kind of sick still. I had to share this story before it just like escaped my head because it was something kind of funny that happened. I'd been homesick and I have like the cold flu. Went to the pharmacist, asked what I had. She was like, "Sounds like you got the cold/flu that's going around." And I was like, "I guess so." So at that point, I was like, "Well, what do you recommend?" And she was like, "Well, I recommend this." And I was like, "Okay." I went along my merry way. Um, and you got the other essentials, soup, crackers, Gatorade, ginger ale, all the nice comforts that equal home or childhood. So I go home and I'm home, take my medicine, and I'm like, okay, I'm awesome. And my dad calls me and he asks me, well, the conversation steers to, oh, okay, so you went and you saw the pharmacist? Yeah, because dad, it's like the flu or the cold or something. I'm like, went there, saw them, flu, cold, okay, awesome, great, saw them, got medicine, great. And he's like, well, what are you taking? And I'm like, okay, well, I'm taking Tylenol, some form of Tylenol, and I'm taking, crap, what's the name of the stupid box of medicine? Granted, I was outside because I couldn't get reception in my house. So I was like, I don't know, it's Zicam, Thera something. I was like, it's some cold and flu shit. That's all I know. She said, basically take this. This is the stuff that you're gonna want to take. You're gonna be feeling better in a few days. And it ate at me because I couldn't remember what the name of the stupid brand that I just freaking bought was. And it's kind of funny because then I'm like remembering, I'm like, oh yeah, it's the green booger guy. So I called Mucinex the green booger guy. Yeah. This has happened to me before, and I was just curious, has this ever happened to you where you, excuse me, where you sit there and you completely like just blank on a name, and you're like, first thing that comes to your head, you're like, it's the blah 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 guy. No, it's Mucinex, not the green giant booger guy. I wonder how many people, go into the pharmacy and ask people and say, I need the green booger guy. Like, that's gonna get them far. I've done this before, like, when I was trying to name my art piece, I could not think of a name, and I proceeded to just think of the first thing that came to mind, which happened to be Banana Farts, so it was Mr. Banana Farts. Alethea. My naming stuff is pretty hilarious. Anyway, I was curious, has that ever happened to you where the name just escapes you and you call it the one thing that nobody in their right mind calls it, or you call it by the Spanish name because the Spanish name comes out easier? That happens to me a lot with the word, I cannot think of it in English sometimes, shopping center. I cannot think of shopping center. Centro de comercial comes out first in my head, then shopping center. And I can't help but wonder if that's a product of learning two languages simultaneously. And that's a whole other discussion for another day, I think. But I was curious, has that ever happened to you? Have you ever not been able to think of a word or said some random word to describe something? I think it happens across languages a lot. I don't know necessarily if you go calling something the green booger guy. Green booger guy. That's one for the books. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing awesome. And if you are sick, feel better. I'm feeling better. And drink some tea, because tea is awesome with ginger. Because it's great. Because Abuela said so. Anyway, bye.
Whatever it is that you believe you're seeing, it's not real.
Seeing things before they happen.
Things are not always what they seem in this place, so you can't take anything for granted.